Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Tyrone back with Tech Life. A great article here from Fierce Network. I'll leave a link to it in the description so you guys can check it out. So, big news for Verizon. This is a big deal right here. I discussed this in a previous video a while back, where on an episode of Up to Speed, Verizon discussed trialing this in Minnesota. They're going to serve multi-dwelling units with FWA, but they're going to do it in a very strategic and a very costly way, right? They're actually investing capital into the FWA. They're not just going with the extra capacity model like T-Mobile. As it stands today, until that changes and we get other commentary, T-Mobile is only working the FWA model around extra capacity. If the capacity in the area is not enough to support mobile growth and FWA, T-Mobile will not approve anyone in any of the sectors of the tower if the capacity is not enough. Verizon is looking at that differently. They're deploying more, they're densifying more, and they're going to add these types of units to the multi-dwelling units. So let's discuss this. So millimeter wave is key to Verizon's FWA and DAS strategies. This is a very important article. Verizon wants to serve more apartment buildings with fixed wireless access. Millimeter wave spectrum will play an important role because it offers high bandwidth over short distances. So Verizon can put, a millimeter wave node and a radio across the street from an apartment complex or an MUD complex and serve about 15 to 20 families, maybe more, depending. That's a significant amount of people that they can serve with one of those nodes. It's a significant amount, and it should yield a very solid return on investment. So millimeter wave is also a key part of Verizon's DAS strategy. On a recent press tour in Austin, Texas, Verizon executives showed reporters a downtown apartment building served by fixed wireless access using C-band spectrum. Discrete rooftop radios deliver 3 sectors of 5G, and each sector can serve 15 to 20 families. So think about that. Each sector can serve 15 to 20 families. That's a pretty significant amount. Between the radios and the apartment building is an outdoor concert venue, and this is the primary target for the 5G site. The FWA subscribers are a bonus, but the site was built to deliver mobile broadband at high capacity. Verizon limits its FWA customers to ensure that when the field is filled with music fans, all the Verizon subscribers get a signal. So even in the future, if that site ever does bog down, it gets congested, whatever, they can build other small cells, or they can put something closer directly to that venue to offload. So there's optionality there. In the future, however, Verizon plans to deploy radio specifically for FWA service to multiple dwelling units, MDUs, using millimeter wave spectrum. Very smart. That is the only spectrum that I would use to serve MUDs or MDUs, because it serves, just think about it, if C-band can serve 15 to 20 families on each sector, just think about how many families millimeter wave radio can serve. During the carrier's first quarter earnings call, Hans Vestberg answered questions from analyst Peter Supino of Wolf Research about the project on the millimeter wave MDU solution that is progressing. He said, "We have said it will come in the second half, latter part of this year in commercial, but we're piloting it right now, and it's performing very well." So like I said, they're piloting it in Minnesota very aggressively, and they're liking the results that it yields. So there's lots of other information in this article that you guys can check out. But for me, I think this is a key to Verizon's strategy. Verizon never wanted to just use extra capacity. Of course, Verizon is using extra C-band capacity. We can clearly see that. If they can do 15 to 20 families off of one sector on a site or each site, that means they're using extra capacity from the C-band spectrum to do that. Now, where Verizon differentiates itself from the competition, they're willing to invest capital to offload, to do cell splits, to put millimeter wave nodes, to put additional densification. T-Mobile and AT&T today are not willing to spend additional capital to do that. They're just not. So, you could argue, you could make the debate and argument that AT&T is investing in fiber to offload and they're trying to do it that way. I mean, yes, that's a significant investment, so you could say that. For T-Mobile, I guess you could make the same argument that they're doing the capital light thing with the fiber on the lease model, the open access. That yes, that could offload some, 5G. Like they said, it's putting a strain on the 5G network or whatnot. But I just don't see that as a huge scaled business for T-Mobile yet. Verizon, this is going to be their bread and butter in the future. This is going to be where Verizon makes that additional revenue, free cash flow, profits, return on investment on C-band, whatever you want to call it. This is where Verizon is going. Unless we hear something different, we see them shift to where they're like, yes, we're going to do fiber to the home at a bigger scale. Right now, that's not happening. Right now, Verizon is really only operating within their Fios footprint. They're expanding there, but they're not expanding like in other parts of the country like they are with FWA. And the fact that they are even considering multi-dwelling units and serving those units with pretty much a dedicated millimeter wave node, if you will. Some of them, they probably might deploy a millimeter wave DAS. Who knows? Lets you know they are very, very, very serious about this home broadband FWA situation. So let me know your thoughts in the comments. Like, share, subscribe if you are new. Follow my social media outlet. This is Tyrone with Tech Life. See y'all in the next one. Peace.